Here are my top 10 favorite Halloween movies, or like spooky vibe movies, just spooky movies in general that I love to watch leading up to Halloween. But let's get into the list. Starting off at the number 10 spot, we have to go with a new Halloween movie that actually just released, I think, 1 year ago, called Hubie Halloween. I freaking love this movie. I watched it last year for the first time, obviously, when it came out, and it was so fun and exciting and just a really, really good Halloween film, especially with Adam Sandler in it. If you guys don't know, Adam Sandler is like one of my favorite actors. He's amazing. Who doesn't like an Adam Sandler film? Like, come on. The movie's basically him trying to be the good guy and help everyone with Halloween. He's like the hall monitor of Halloween. And I just love it. It's so funny. It's got a really good twist at the end as well. And it's just a really good horror film. And I really just think it starts with my Halloween month going on. And I really love this movie. You guys should definitely give it a watch. I even watched it like last week. And it's not even Halloween yet. Moving on to the number 9 spot, I gotta go with Casper the Ghost. This isn't the most popular Halloween film of all time. I just really enjoy this movie. It's about a little friendly ghost. He's just so friendly and awesome. It's definitely been a while since I watched it. I don't think it's been like a couple years. It's gotta be. I should actually rewatch it leading up to this Halloween, just so I can brush up on it, but it is so good. Just a fun Halloween movie. Moving on to the number 8 spot, we gotta go with the original Hocus Pocus. This movie is a freaking classic. If you guys don't like Hocus Pocus, the original, what is wrong with you? I recently just watched Hocus Pocus 2. I really loved it, and I really love the original. I think they're just good starters to Halloween. They're definitely a little cringy and childish, but if you like Halloween, you're definitely gonna wanna watch Hocus Pocus. Moving on to the number 7 spot, we gotta go with Monster House. Oh my God, this movie is literally my childhood in a movie. I absolutely love Monster House. If you guys have never seen it, Mr. Nevercracker is gonna go after you and snag you right up. It's honestly just one of those good vibe, good feel Halloween films, and it's got an amazing ending. It's got an amazing story. It's just a really, really good. It's super funny too. Like I laughed throughout this entire movie. Obviously, I'm an adult now, so I probably wouldn't laugh as much as I used to, but it's still a good film. It's so good. It's creepy. It's a Halloween film, and I love it. Moving on to an absolute classic at the number 6 spot, we got to go with The Haunted Mansion. Yes, Disney's Haunted Mansion movie. I love this movie with Eddie Murphy. He is so freaking funny. This movie definitely creeped me out when I was little. I know the spider scene at the very end of the movie, or in the middle section of the movie when the kids are down in the basement or whatever. That part scares me. It is so creepy. I don't know why. I used to just get really bad nightmares from that part. But other than that, the movie's great. The main guy is basically a ghost trying to get with Eddie Murphy's wife, obviously, if you guys have never seen it. But it is such a good Halloween vibe movie. It's funny. It's spooky. It's got some friendly ghosts. It's got some creepy ghosts. It's just a movie I recommend watching on Halloween. Moving on to the number 5 spot, we have to go with a very, very creepy film, The Exorcist. I love this movie. It is a very spooky film. It's not a Halloween movie, but it is definitely a horror film that I love watching during or following up to Halloween. It's great, especially when she spins her head. You know, that's not a great part, but it's definitely creepy. It's actually on my wall over there. I have like a poster of it. It's one of my favorite horror films. It's a really, really good one. It's super creepy, and the music is spot on. I love it. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have to go with a really, really, really huge classic here, The Shining. Yes, Stephen King's The Shining. Oh my God, this movie is a creepy thrill. I love it. Especially the part when he's got the axe. Here's Johnny. That's just an iconic scene. The red rum scene, the blood coming into the hallways. It's just a really, really creepy movie, and I recommend watching it. I especially love the scene where the kid's getting chased through the maze, basically. It's just a really, really good scene, and I definitely really enjoy this movie, and it is a very, very spooky one. Moving on to the number 3 spot, probably has to be one of my favorite Disney movies, at least up there. It could be a Halloween film. It could be a Christmas film. The Nightmare Before Christmas. This movie's a great film to watch with your family, friends. It's not too creepy. It's just like a nice upbeat Halloween movie, and I really, really love Jack Skellington. He is an absolute beast. The animation in this movie is great as well. I love it, and the soundtrack is astonishing. It's so freaking good. Moving on to my number 2 spot, I have to go with the original Scream. This movie is so awesome. A group of friends get targeted by this one killer, obviously Ghostface, and it's just an awesome slasher film. A lot of blood, a lot of action, just a lot of killing, and that's what I love in a movie. I might be a serial killer. No, I'm not. I really love this movie. If you guys have not seen Scream, What is wrong with you? This movie's a classic. It's obviously got a little bit of a mystery vibe to it. You're trying to find out who Ghostface is during the entire movie, and you end up finding it out at the end, obviously. But it's just a really good film. I recommend it. And there's like number 5, I think that just came out like last year or 2 years ago. That movie was great. I loved it. But this one definitely has to top it off. It's so good. But yes, you probably guessed it. My favorite Halloween movie of all time, at the number 1 spot, I have to go with the original John Carpenter's Halloween. This movie is so good. Yes, it's cringy at times. Yes, it doesn't make sense at times, but you have to love these characters in this movie. It is so good. They just stick with you, and still, I mean, it's a classic. It's an absolute classic. The first time I heard the Halloween soundtrack or the music, like, you already know something's bad's gonna go down, and you gotta watch this movie on Halloween. Like I said, if you don't watch this movie on Halloween, you're a little strange, because it's just a great movie, a great Halloween film, and who doesn't love Michael Myers? Like, he is the best serial killer. If I think of serial killers, the first person I go to is probably Jeff Dahmer or, you know, my boy, Michael Myers. But that's been my top 10 favorite Halloween/horror films of all time or leading up to Halloween. Let me know your guys' top 10 favorite Halloween films down below in the comment section. I really just want to see what your guys' are. If you guys enjoyed mine, let me know as well. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.